Spanish is like 95% Latin, meaning that it almost all of Spanish came from Latin.
Right.
And in English, it's not that way. Yes, there is big influence of Latin, but the other major influence is Anglo-Saxon, and also there's some French in there too. But one of the tricks that I used for teaching English is in when it comes to the grammar of English, part of it is Latin based, and part of it is Anglo-Saxon based. And
Right.
the thing is that which one is easier for Spanish speakers? Well, it's the Latin because it's similar, right?
Right.
And the Anglo-Saxon part, that's where you get all these auxiliary verbs like do and does and did, and like that. What is that? You try to translate those words into Spanish, they don't exist in Spanish,
Right.
as
Right.
auxiliary verbs. They don't exist, right?
Right.
And so, and then there's also the matter of vocabulary. There's also, you almost always have an Anglo-Saxon word and a Latin word for the same thing, right? You have smart and you have intelligent. Okay. Well,
Right.
which word is easier for Spanish speakers? Intelligent, because it's similar to inteligente.
Intelligenza. Uh-huh.
Right. Okay. But if you look at the word smart and you've never seen it before, you're like, what is that word? You don't have any idea
Yeah.
what it is. So it's a bit of a language hack. In cases where you have an option of a Spanish word or a Latin-based word in English, you're going to be able to the Latin-based word is going to be more familiar to you. And as a Spanish speaker speaking English, and let's say you get to a word that you don't know in English, but you know what the Spanish word is. So, for example, let's choose intelectual. Okay, that's the Spanish word. Okay, well, just try to make it sound like an English word. And you have to know how to do that, and you might get it. You might say intellectual, which is what it is. That's what it is. Okay. Now it doesn't always work, right? And sometimes you're gonna look crazy because you're gonna try to say something, and you think that's what you think it must be a certain word that sounds a certain way in English, and you try it, and you're basing this on your knowledge of Spanish, and then you find out that this word in Spanish doesn't have a similar word in English, and
Nancy,
so
sorry,
you
John.
say something that people don't understand at all, right?